Hey guys, how are you doing? Hope everyone's okay. It's a little bit late at night. I had a pretty busy day with schoolwork and gym and everything, and my training. And I have to help my parents with some chores at home. But finally, I have time to record this, which is good. And I was thinking about something today that I wanted to talk with you about, and it was about drinking. Drinking alcohol and stuff. You know, when I turned 18, I heard from some friends asking, "Oh, hey, now that you are like legal drinking age, which over here is 18 years old, do you want to like go out to grab like a cup of beer or something like that?" I said, "No, I'm good." But I made a decision for myself a while ago. Is that I will never drink any alcohol in my life. There's a reason for it. Let me clarify. There are no alcoholics in my family. Everyone is healthy, thanks to the Lord. But I'll admit, I have only drank once before, which was a cup of champagne in my high school graduation. I've never had drinking before that, and I never did again. How can I describe champagne? Is like it's it's kind of a sweet taste, but it's strong. And I only took a sip of it because there were some senior dance I had to do later, and I wanted to be sober for that. Oh, okay, here's my point. So, a couple of years ago, my family had this friend, which was an English teacher who lived near us, was a neighbor. He had a happy family with a wife and his two kids, but I don't know what his problem was. I think he was just too stressed with his life, or there was some kind of issue he just couldn't deal with. And what ended up happening is that he turned to drinking beer, like the one you would see in cans. At first it started like occasional drinking, but then it got more frequent, and then he started to do this every day, and then it started to be like multiple cans of beer every day. Results, I remember he was a composed guy. He was very confident. He was very resourceful. He was always accountable with his work. He was always eager to help everyone. That person was gone. It was like a totally different guy. I remember seeing him in the streets once after some time. Dude, it was like he was replaced, really. I remember like seeing his hair was unkempt. He had very, very heavy eyelids around his eyes. His beard was just very ungroomed. His nails were dirty, and it was like his eyes. I don't know. He was like he hadn't slept in days, really, and that took a toll on his family because I don't know if it was some kind of problem he already had before, but the guy he did how can I say, he did become very violent. He became super aggressive. He became like shutting out friends and people who cared about him, and that cost him the marriage. They got divorced because he just got too deep in his addiction, and people around him couldn't help him. And I think the people who suffered the most were his children. He had a girl who I think was around 10 years old and a boy who was about 5 or something like that. And like, man, seeing this broken family all because of drinking is it was like tragic. It's like this type of thing you see in movies or dramas or something like that, but it was real. It was real. And I told myself, dude, I don't want to be like that, so I don't think I'm gonna drink. Look, listen, I know that many, how can I say, many commercials for beverages like vodka or beer or what's the name called? I don't know. Beverages in general. Sometimes they come to the end and say like drink in moderation, dude. It's all fucking bullshit. People never gonna listen to that. They're just gonna get binged into drinking, and they're gonna get drunk, and they're just going to spiral out of control. Dude, it doesn't work. I know that this brands. I mean, I don't know if there's like a law that makes them do this. I'm not gonna get much speculation here, but the point is that nobody listens to that. Nobody listens to that. Nobody's gonna do it in moderation. The same thing as goes with drugs. For example, let's say someone like offers you, I don't know, marijuana or something like that. Like, oh, just you once, you're gonna do it in moderation. Dude, you're not gonna do it in moderation. You're going to get fucking addicted to it because you're not gonna be able to stop. And you know, we live in a time that this kind of pleasure, let's say, people glorify it. Like, you're cool if you get drunk, you're cool if you do drugs, you're cool if you smoke pot, you're cool if you are a libertine, if you fuck a lot of women, or if you're really you're cool if you hook up with a lot of guys, you're cool if you twerk your ass. Man, and these people, they like destroy for themselves like in the name of what, some 5 minutes of happiness. They destroy their families. Man, I don't want that. I don't want, and this is my reasoning behind not drinking. And you know, there's always this fear of me that if like I drink, I might like spiral out of control and not be able to stop. You know, because long ago that's what happened with me with pornography when I was young. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna watch it once and I'll never watch it again. But then I started doing the next thing, and then the next thing, and then the next, and the next, and the next. And I was years into it, really. And it was like I would say it's 5 years at the very minimum before I realized it. Dude, I think like the best way to fight addiction is to like shut the problem at the fucking door. Like, let's say drink. Since we're talking about drinking here, like, oh, just take one sip, take the first sip, and that's okay. Dude, you stop over there. You don't even give another chance, so that the problem doesn't come into your life. You understand? Oh yeah. Well, I'm not gonna stop anyone from drinking. It's their choice, not mine, and I don't want to control anyone. But man, for me, drinking will be a no. Not even socially or like to clear my head. No, I don't want that. I think there's more productive ways you can do that. Okay, so to talk about anything else, I'm going to finally get a haircut tomorrow. I was able to save some of my money so I could get one. And I'm also going to go to the dentist because I noticed there was like this weird black stain in my teeth, even though I've been brushing it every day, and I got worried about that. I want to check this out, and I want to conserve water in my house because I don't know what's the problem, but I've been without running water ever since Sunday, and this is the reason why I didn't shave, because I didn't want to waste any resources so the rest of my family can shower or do what the things they need. But I think it's going to get back to normal today, and as soon as it's done, I'm going to go get a shave because I don't like my beard to be big. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.